y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back combining two challenges. I am doing Baby Got Scraps, which is an all month long hop in January, where you use one base paper and all the rest has to be scraps. To get those scraps used up, create some more pages or cards or whatever, or embellishments, because I think my embellishment video will also post today that I used all scraps for. I am also joining a new hop this year, and it is called Stamp It Like It's Hot, and each month, it's the first Saturday of every month, we get a different technique to do with our stamps. So this month it is stamping on your actual photo. And that's a little scary. I did practice a little bit on some photos I had trimmed off. I did practice to see what would happen. If you hold it too closely, it will burn, because I did emboss on it. Because I don't think I really have any ink. I don't know. I didn't try it with my Close to My Heart Intense Black ink. But honestly, I don't know if it would stay without smudging. So I just didn't do it. And I've been busy with a lot of other things, so I'm just now getting around to filming this video, so I don't have a couple days to wait to see if it'll dry or not. So, I am going to do a Disney page. If y'all watch my channel any length of time, you know I'm a random scrapper. I like to jump around. I don't do anything in order. I have been scrapping seasonally more since filming, just because it's easier to pull everything together and then work. But I am just going rogue on these. I'm going to use this stamp set that I did get off Temu. And I have cut it in half so that it will fit in my, my little plastic sleeve. But it's pretty much Disney themed, and I have all that set up. I am using lots of swap items. Both of these are swap items, and it says Susie Campos made these. This is a piece of chipboard from an Echo Park collection. Let's see, A Magical Place, and this is a swap item. I don't know who made it. This is also a swap item, and I don't know who made it. They didn't sign it. But I am using all scraps. Now, I don't really have any Disney papers other than this Close to My Heart collection that I got. It's called Happiest Place. And I do have some of it left. But these, I'm just using a piece of black cardstock that was just a scrap in my bin. This is a zip strip off of this. And this is a piece of paper that someone sent me. I had one of my subscribers that sent me a bunch of Disney themed papers and stuff. And which is great because I've only been to Disney once. So I don't have a lot of Disney themed stuff. So that works out good. So this is Close to My Heart paper that's my base, and then this stuff is just scraps, and then this is my pictures that I took, and this is the very first picture that I took at Disney. As soon as I got there, it was my view. It's kind of iconic with the balloons and the castle, but I literally felt like a little kid inside. I went in 2015, I think. It was during spring break. We went on a band trip. I went with my older son. And it was so much fun and magical. I barely saw my son because he was with his friends. And I stayed with my chaperone group of girls, which I love. And I still have contact with now. But this was the last shot that I took at the park that night. And it was of the balloons lit up. And of course it was, I think, on Main Street. We was watching the fireworks show. But that was my first and last picture that I took at Disney. So I just thought it was cool, and then I found this title someone had made that said "Remember the Magic," and it really was magical. I don't know if I'll ever go back to Disney, but it was fun. So I really don't agree with all the things Disney is doing these days. So, alright, so I'm going to move some of this stuff over, and I'm going to bring this in. It's just a scrap paper, so that I can stamp on my photos. Now, I was trying to decide what I was going to use, like what stamps, but I did pull out this one that says "My Happiest Place." Let's see if you can see it on here. Let's see which one it's on. It's on this one. It's this one that says "My Happiest Place." It's a circle. And then I pulled off the Magical Memories one to put on there. So this one is a light post here, so I thought I would stamp it here to kind of be, you know, wreath-like on the pole. And I'm going to use my Versamark and just stamp it on there and then emboss it. And I'm just going to use some gold embossing powder. This is what I practiced with. I did mat these pictures with some yellow scraps that I had. So I've used up quite a bit of scraps. Now, when you're stamping on your picture, you have to be very careful to press it straight down and back up, because if not, it will smudge. Any least little thing that's moving it, it turns out badly. Ask me how I know. I can't wait to see what all the other girls do for this challenge, because it was a bit of a struggle. I tell you, I don't know that I've ever stamped on one of my photos. So it does when you're heat embossing. I think I might have a little bit of smudging happening, but it'll be okay. I'm not a perfectionist by any means. I think it does make your, like, I use matte printed photos that I get done at Walmart.com. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit loud. It does make your picture kind of shiny, and if you hold it too close, it will bubble up your photo and burn it. So just be aware of that, and don't hold it too close. And my heat gun's not real heated apparently, because it's going to take a while. There we go. Okay. Sorry, that's loud. Normally that's something I would do off camera, but that's the whole point of this, is to show you guys. Now, I may have to go back and add some more tape under my picture since it is wrinkling up a little bit. Normally I would hit it from the back. I already have some tape on there. But since it made some of it shiny, it kind of makes me want to hit the whole picture with the heat gun and just do it. Let's see. I'll stand up and see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about, because I don't know how well it actually showed up on there. But let's see in the light. Can you see how this is like a matte finish for my picture? But you can see down here how it made it shinier. So, you can't tell a real big difference, I don't guess, unless you get in the light. And I actually don't hate this, how it looks. But see how it turned out? You can see how the words are. Sorry, I bumped the camera. Okay, so, stamping on your photos. You know, you could do all kinds of stuff. If you had pictures of like a little girl, you could stamp like butterflies or something like that on there. You know, get creative. You can stamp your different sentiments. Oh, and I didn't tell y'all about my embossing powder. This is some embossing powder somebody shared with me a long time ago. And I stored it in this because that's all I had at the time. But do y'all remember when they used to do these? It says Greenhouse Delightfully Unique Flowers, but it was made by American Crafts. and it had these little, it says over 95 felt flowers with 3 distinct shapes and 3 beautiful colors, that you could buy these. And I used to get so excited because I could sometimes find them at Big Lots, and because I didn't really have a whole lot of scrapbook stores around me without a good little drive. So every time I went to Big Lots, you know, Big Lots is kind of like a discount store. And they have nice stuff, but it's kind of like a Tuesday morning, or let's say like a Marshall's, TJ Maxx type thing. And if y'all, just to give y'all some comparison, if you don't know what a Big Lots is, but you never know what they're gonna get. So sometimes I would find scrapbook stuff in there and I would get so excited. But yeah, I had those containers for a long time. There might actually still be some of the flowers around here somewhere. You never know. I have been scrapbooking a long time, so. Okay, so I'm going to close this up so I don't burn up my embossing powder and melt it. Alright, it's going to be loud again for a second. Alright, now that one is done, and you can see it somewhat. It didn't have as pretty as an imprint as the other one did, because I probably moved it just a hair and it smudged it up, but that's okay. I'm not a perfectionist. And I attempted the challenge, which it was a challenge. So I'm happy. So I am just going to put this page together, and it's going to go together really quick because we are using swap items. Alright, so I think the only other stamping I will do is, I was thinking about putting this on here and then I'll journal around it, but I thought about taking that same stamp. I'm going to do that real quick so I don't forget. But I'm going to take the same stamp and that's a circle and stamp on there. Let me wipe off my embossing stuff. I'm terrible about cleaning my stamps. I rarely ever do it. I have a stamp chamois and I like it, but I'm lazy. That means going to the kitchen, getting it wet, putting it on the holder, keeping it close. So I usually just use a paper towel, a baby wipe, another piece of paper, and just keep stamping it till it doesn't give any more ink. I'm a lazy crafter, y'all. So I'm sorry if it bothers you that I don't clean my stamps. Pretend I did off camera. Okay, so I have that stamped on there. So let's just set it up. I'm just going to do a basic vertical strip pretty much. And it's funny because every single one of these, other than me cutting this zip strip off, I did not cut a single scrap. This is just how it came out of my bins. So I was like, okay, let's make it work. And first I was going to go like this. And I was like, yeah, I kind of don't like that. So I'm just going to move it over and make a smaller strip. So let's do that. And I have had questions about this tape. It's really good tape, but it is pretty pricey. You can get it online. It's Scotch tape, double stick tape. and I really like it. I've used it for years and years, but since I've been filming, I've kind of went over to gluing just because it's faster. But if you haven't been following my saga, I run out of glue, and Santa didn't bring me a refill, so I'm gonna have to work on getting a refill. So that's why I'm not gluing. So I apologize. It is making my videos just a tad bit longer, having to tape everything. But hopefully you guys don't mind hanging out a few extra minutes with me. Or you can always just fast forward. I just appreciate y'all hanging out with me when you could be watching somebody else or doing something else with your time. Alright, so I'm just going to use glue on this since it's such a thin strip. I like this glue, but it is very sticky and it leaves a residue if you make a little boo-boo and get it anywhere else. This is a good place where you could totally use washi too to do something like this, so that you have a whole little border created, but you could put a piece of washi tape. You could put several zip strips in a washi tape. I think my filming light is dying over here on me. Okay. So I apologize if there's more shadows and it's getting darker. It's pretty overcast outside today too. I think we're in for some rain. It's been very, very cold. It's only been in the 40s for the highs this week, like 40 Fahrenheit. So it's very cold. It's down in the 20s at night, so below freezing. I said it should be against the law to have to go out when it's colder than your age. Okay, I'm just going to put this up here. And I have a million, not really, but a lot, hundreds, probably several hundred Disney pictures to still scrap. I've just struggled with them. I don't know, like, I'm going to work on it this year, though, and try to get them scrapbooked. At one point, I thought they were lost forever because my computer crashed pretty much, and I lost all the photos, but I was able to go back on my Facebook. Thankful for Facebook. And I found all the ones I had uploaded. So I didn't get all the ones that I didn't upload, but I had shared several hundred on Facebook. So I was able to go in and get those and print them off. So they're not the best quality at all. You can see I'd practiced stamping on the other side and then decided I didn't like it. But they're not the best quality, but I do have them and they're my memories, so I'm going to scrapbook them. And most of them are scenery pictures. And food. I know, shocker, right? I had the best tacos I have ever ate at Disney. Like, it was authentic. There was a mariachi band playing. I don't know if I already told this story or not, because I think I did one other Disney page on my channel so far. But there was a mariachi band playing, and oh my gosh, like, there was this killer squirrel that was out to get me. But it was absolutely the best tacos I have ever ate. And I am totally going to scrapbook those pictures because thankfully they were saved, because y'all know I did take pictures of them. So I decided to use this. This was actually, I want to say, for like a Valentine's Disney swap, which I don't know. At one point I was in a lot of swaps. I usually do hundreds of swaps a year. I used to join all the Disney ones for every holiday, and then I started thinking, what in the world am I going to do with that? I haven't went to Disney except at spring break. And I don't really have any other use for Disney holiday themed stuff. Like, we don't do anything that I could bring it in. And yeah, you could use Disney on a non-Disney page for whatever. But it's just hard for me to do that. Because I'm like, how are you going to make Mickey Mouse fit in with this? You know? So, I am going to try to use up some stuff that is, you know, like this. This is Mickey and Minnie. It's Disney, so, you know, I felt like I could fit it in. But probably the things that I don't use after I get all my Disney, because I have lots of swap stuff. Like, lots and lots of Disney swap stuff. So probably whatever I don't use, I will probably end up just gifting to someone that has Disney pages to Scrapbook that would appreciate it, enjoy it, whatever. I kind of want to do it like this, but then, and I'll work it up under here. I really don't want to cover that up, but I guess I can. Okay, I just wanted to work these in and give it a little something extra. The firework displays were spectacular. We got to watch the Fantasia. We did watch the Fantasia show. Or is it Phantasmic? Phantasmic, something like that. I have pictures of that too. Lots of pictures of that. Okay. So, I have that in there as borders. And then I'm just going to do my journaling. And like I said, I think I'm just going to put, you know, journal around in a circle around this. And then I might put some sequins in to symbolize the fireworks. And then maybe, you know, spread them up here. I don't know yet. I will post close-ups of what I decided in my finished layout at the end. And I will post the links below for Baby Got Scraps and Stamp It Like It's Hot. So go and check those creators out. But here's my stamping on my photo. Sorry, I bumped the camera again. But this is glittery, if you couldn't tell the title. And then here's my stamping down here. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and until next time, bye y'all.